Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my March favorites. It's hard to believe, but it is that time again to look back over the past month. And I will be honest, as I was picking and choosing pieces to talk about in today's video, I realized that I've been using a lot of the same exact products that I always talk about. So I did pick up some new things this month, so there won't really be a lot of surprises per se, but all of these products are things that I truly love. I'm so happy I purchased, and most of it's makeup. So there is one sort of oddball item that's kind of a standout, and it's something that I talked about in my What's in My Gym Bag video, and it's this natural deodorant from Zion Health. It's their Clay Dry. I'm obsessed with this scent. It's their eucalyptus mint, which may sound so strange, I know, to be in love with the smell of a deodorant, but it is so nice. It really works. It's a great natural option. It makes you feel dry, it keeps you smelling good, and it doesn't have any of those harsh chemicals. It's paraben-free, cruelty-free, it's aluminum-free, most importantly. So I did talk about this in one of my other videos, and I just wanted to mention it again because it's something that has really been a game changer for me. I know a lot of people that I talk to, and I work in beauty, so I talk to so many people all the time about what's new and what products they're using. A lot of people want to use a natural deodorant, but they haven't had any luck. So if you're one of those people, I highly recommend you check this out. I do have a coupon code for 20% off. There's a code Erin20, so I will link everything that you need to know down in the description box in case this is something that you're interested in as well. Okay, now moving on to all of the fun, beautiful, sparkly pink stuff. I have lots of great makeup. I'm going to begin by talking about some lipsticks. So I did a Givenchy lipstick haul video, or a little mini haul, and these again were sent to me complimentary to review, but as I noted in that video, I pretty much immediately threw these in my purse and I've been using them, kind of alternating between the two. I have this really pretty berry shade. The formula is called the Rose Perfecto, and this is number 304. So this one is a little bit deeper, but it's really beautiful. These are tinted balms, but I swear they give off so much pigment. It's more like a lipstick, like a creamy hydrating lipstick. The color lasts, they stain your lips. I love the packaging. Everything is so beautiful about these. So this one is one of my favorites, and then the lipstick that I'm wearing today is the pink version, and this one is the Le Rouge Perfecto Sparkling Pink, shade number 3. I just recently dropped it, so it's smushed. But this is what I have on my lips today. It gives a great color payoff. It's a vibrant, fun, springtime pink. The other day I wore this to work, and my husband stopped me and he said, "Your makeup looks different. You look like," what was Kennedy's wife's name? And we'll give him a pass because he's English, so he didn't know Jackie Kennedy, but that's who he was trying to come up with. And it was just such a silly thing. I think he was probably just trying to be nice and thought that would be a compliment that I would really appreciate, but he never talks about my makeup, doesn't compliment my makeup, doesn't acknowledge it. It's just not something that is really on his radar. So that kind of made me giggle because I thought, I did change up my lipstick, and he was talking about this color because it's not something that I would usually wear. I usually wear a lot of muted, nude, light pink, very neutral shades to work. Sometimes I'll wear a brighter color here and there. But so this fun kind of bubbly pink shade he thought was so classic Jackie O. I don't really agree with that assessment, but it is a very pretty color. And so these are really fun to wear, and the packaging is beautiful. So these have been in my purse. I picked up a couple other lipsticks this month. This was really the month of lipsticks, I think. I picked up the Dior Addict Stellar Shine, and then the Rouge Coco Flash from Chanel. I love both of these so much. They're both very similar. I did a wear test, and they both last around 4 hours, but they're hydrating. They give a slight wash of color. They're just great to just throw on and go. These are actually all, I think, sort of similar in formula, or at least in concept. It's a lipstick that's really sort of easy peasy. You don't necessarily need a lip liner. It's not going to be long wearing. You will have to touch up, but you can kind of just throw it on, get a little bit of color, definitely hydration, and then hit the road. So I really found that these have been amazing lip products to add to my collection. The Rouge Coco Flash I picked up was 76 Enthusiasm. This one's a little bit more of a kind of coral pink color, which was something that I was looking for spring. I don't own a lot of shades like this, so for me this was something sort of new. And I like that the packaging is slightly different from the original Rouge Coco Shine, which these replaced. I know some people are still pretty sad and disappointed that their shades were not brought back. And I know, that's such a bummer. I hate when that happens. And I feel like I'm the first line of defense whenever that happens, because working at a makeup counter, you're there to hear all of the people who come up and say, why didn't they keep this color? It's my favorite. I've been wearing it for years. And I'm always at a loss for words because I'm in the same boat. We're all in this together. But I don't really have an answer, unfortunately. And then the Stellar Shine, I never can say that correctly. The Dior Addict Stellar Shine I picked up was 352. I don't know why I can never remember what these are called. And this one I've actually been wearing more than any of the other new lipsticks that I got. I love this color so much. It just gives a little slight pink. It's sort of like a natural nudie color, but I love the way it looks after I've worn it for maybe about an hour, where it's sort of a little bit more subdued, a little bit more muted. It's not quite as shiny, and I swear it just looks like the most pretty natural lip. Next up, I have a stack of powders to mention. Well, actually this isn't a powder, never mind. I have a stack of round things to mention. The first round thing is my Soleil Tan de Chanel from Chanel. This one I have been really getting a lot of use out of. I recently finished one of my other bronzers and I picked this up, and I know I've had it a while, so I've sort of had it on my brain to go ahead and use it up. And I really love it. I think it's a product that I sort of put down more often because it's a cream, and I don't know why. I just sort of shy away from it or feel like I should save it for special occasions, or in my mind, I'm still convinced that a powder is easier. But really, now that I've been forcing myself to use this, it's so much easier. It's so much faster. I think it looks very natural. And this is something I will absolutely be replacing whenever I do completely finish it. It's a cult product for a reason. I mean, this is so beloved. And I think it's one of those things that you don't realize just how good it is until you treat it like it's the only bronzer you own. Because for most people, I think they just sort of go to powder because it's what they're used to. This is something that it looks beautiful, it serves so many purposes, and it's just a great natural looking bronze. So this is something that isn't new, but I've sort of become re-enchanted with again this past month. And then I have my LeBlanc Loose Powder, which I did a full video review. I have had this for so long. I can't believe I finally opened it and tested it out, and it's so beautiful. It's not something that I've been wearing a lot, and it's not something I ever will wear a lot because it is brightening, lightening, slightly whitening on the skin. It definitely gives a very bright, wide awake under eye area, but it's such a beautiful powder. I wish that this was available in the United States. I'm so sad that it's not, because it sort of makes me want to treat this like it's even more rare and special, and I'll probably use it even less than I normally would, simply because I don't want to run out of it, which is silly. I will use it because it's beautiful. You guys mentioned that there are other powders that you felt were similar in function. I believe it was either Sisley or Clé de Peau. I've been directed to check out Givenchy. They may have an option that's sort of similar to that light pink brightening effect powder. This is one that I also have that I love, and it's the Giorgio Armani Microfill powder in pink. And I love this so much. This is actually one of two products that I have. I have a backup just in case. This one is a little bit lighter. It's not so pink, but it's also not so lightening to your foundation, and it has a little bit more luminosity. The Chanel is a little bit deeper pink, and while it is definitely luminous, This one just is a little bit frostier. Not a big deal. They're both beautiful. This is something that I absolutely fell head over heels for as soon as it launched. In case you're not a fan of the pink, there is a bronze shade, and then I believe there is a white or more transparent shade that's just sort of a luminous powder. The Lancome Absolute powder is also very similar in concept, where it's going to give you a very luminous finish. I also truly love the Lancome, but the colors that I own, and I don't think they offer a pink option. I have a beigey pesh, and then I have a golden. So the only difference there is that this one is pink, which is supposed to give your skin a healthy glow, but all three of these powders that I've mentioned, the Lancome, the Armani, and then the Chanel, are luminous. They don't look cakey. They're all very finely milled, and if you have one that you prefer over the other, or if there's one that's easier for you to get your hands on, all three are absolutely incredible, are excellent, and I highly recommend. These look so beautiful. My next favorite that I had to mention is from Chanel. This is their new exclusive limited edition Voyage de Chanel blush. This is meant to be a travel powder. It's illuminating blush. There's a little bronze shade. I personally prefer to use it as a blush and just swirl my brush around in there and then apply it that way. The color it gives off is so beautiful. It's so perfect for spring and summer. It's a very happy pink shade, and it's unlike anything that I currently own. And honestly, I don't think I really own that many blushes, so this quickly went to the top of the list. I've been saying it, it's my favorite blush. I truly love the shade that this gives off. It's very expensive at $70 for just one powder, and I would never use this as a highlight, bronzer, and blush. Even if I was traveling, I would just pack all three. So if you're incredibly minimal, you may really love this because you can kind of use it for multiple purposes. But if you're like me, you're probably just going to use it as a blush. So it really sort of diminishes the value a little bit, but it's so beautiful. I mean, the overlay that they did on top with the compass is so gorgeous. It truly is a piece of art. I know that's so cheesy and corny, but Chanel does such a beautiful job with their products, creating something that's so lovely. They pay attention to every detail, so it's a splurge, but it's not often I feel like I'm really splurging on Chanel. For the most part, I always feel like I'm truly getting the value for my money, and because this is so special and I love the shade so much, I don't mind that it was a little bit pricier. Next, I have two eye products to talk about. The first one is mascara. I've been using, I sort of bounce around between a couple, but my current favorite is the Lancome Hypnose Drama, and I've had a lot of people recently, mostly my clients, say that they've finished their mascara and they're looking for something that's going to give them length, volume, and just be incredible and amazing. And I've steered everyone towards the Hypnose Drama from Lancome. I love this mascara, and I really have sort of struggled to find something else that competes with it or that I love more. I just think that the curved wand, the formula, the way it goes on, it's so easy. I can build up a really beautiful full lash quickly, which is probably one of the most important things. It's easy to get the lower lashes, the top lashes. This has just been my tried and true favorite, and I go between a couple that I have open right now. I know in my past couple videos I think I've used the Vinyl Couture from YSL, which is a great mascara, Chanel Le Volume, the Le Volume Revolution, great mascaras. But if I had to choose one, it's just the Hypnose Drama. So if you have any recommendations, or if you have a mascara that you think could top this one, please drop me a comment, because I would love to check it out. Not that I'm have an issue with it. I have no problem loving this mascara, and if this is the best mascara, then I'm so happy that I found it. But I'm just always so curious, because I know there's probably something else that I'm missing, that I'm skipping, and I haven't really heard of or tried before, and I would love to try it. But if you're looking for a good mascara, I can't recommend this enough. This is just always my favorite. Whenever I come back to it, I'm like, ugh, it's the best. It's so good. It's just nothing else really compares at the moment. And the next eye product, and this one is old, it's from the holiday, but it's still available, so I figured I should talk about it now while it is still on Chanel.com. It's the Electrum Lame single eyeshadow, the Ombre Premier. This is one of the Lion collection that they launched with their beautiful holiday collection. This shade in particular, I've got so much use out of it, and I'm honestly really contemplating getting a backup because I love the shade so much. It's just the perfect color to throw on the lid, inner corner highlight, brow highlight. You could use it as a face highlight, I guess, if you really wanted to, but just in terms of a really beautiful wow factor eyeshadow, I think for $30, it's a pretty huge pan, and it has the beautiful design. I think this is such a great deal. That's why I'm really thinking about getting another one. This is something that I can add to any makeup look, and I just sort of keep it handy because it doesn't matter what eyeshadow palette, what look I'm doing, I can still always just add this somewhere, and it gives the look that extra oomph. It sort of elevates the look and adds that wow factor because it looks in the pan like it's just a creamy luminous shadow, but the slight flecks of gold, it gives it almost like a, I don't know how to describe it. It gives it like a translucent gold effect on the skin. It's so beautiful. Last but certainly not least, the best women's fragrance of all time. Yes, of course, I had to talk about my Baccarat Rouge 540. This is from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. It is the best smelling fragrance. It is so lovely. I did a full review where I basically just confessed my love for this fragrance. I researched the notes, I researched the perfumer a little bit, but I honestly could not tell you the inspiration. I couldn't tell you the beautiful story that I'm sure is used to market this fragrance. All I know is that when I spray it, it lasts, it lingers, it's intoxicatingly beautiful, and I just love it so much. I was actually visiting the Neiman Marcus counter the other day because I wanted to smell some of your recommendations. I tried the Oud Satin Mood, Pluriel, I tried the Extrait, and then I also sprayed the Gentle Fluidity Gold. I tried the Gentle Fluidity Silver, which are the two new fragrances. So I was just sort of playing around, and I got to talking to the woman, I think her name is Yenny. She mentioned to me that Francis Kurkdjian is actually visiting Neiman Marcus, so they're having a little meet and greet event. So if you live in South Florida and that's something that you'd be interested in attending, contact the Neiman Marcus counter and let them know because I'll be there, and it's a great time to just nerd out over fragrance together, but I'm so excited. And that completes today's video, so thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave me any of your comments or your questions down below. I love hearing from you guys, so if you have any recommendations, tell me your favorites for the month and we can keep the conversation going down in the comment section. Of course, I will be linking all of the favorites that I mentioned, as well as everything that I used today on my face down in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe.